Hello, this is Fred from Online Marketing Dojo, and I wanted to do a video today to show you about a piece of software called CurationSoft. But before I do that, I want to wish you a happy Halloween. Now, it's only September 18th, but I'm already kind of in the Halloween spirit. And I did a post on one of my sites about the origins of Halloween that was put together using CurationSoft. Now, CurationSoft is a piece of software that kind of helps with the curation model of blogging. And if you're not familiar with that, in essence, it's short posts but with links to a lot of helpful information. So the whole intent is to minimize the amount of time and energy it takes for you to blog, and it maximizes on the amount of value that you give to the people that are coming to read your posts. And so in this case, what I did was, again, obviously this post here is about the origins of Halloween. And I wrote this paragraph here, which is just the opener. And using CurationSoft, I found a bunch of other information that I put into the post that will help the visitor get information about the origin of Halloween. And so here's a video that it pulled from YouTube, and I just included three different blog posts from various places across the internet that CurationSoft found for me, and pulled it into the post directly itself. So it didn't take very long. I think all in all, the longest amount of time that it takes is just looking at these particular sources to make sure that there's good information there. And once you check that out, it's really just dragging and dropping that information into your blog and cleaning it up however you want. So it's pretty straightforward. So this is the end post. Now, in a second here, I'll go in and show you how I put this together. So hold on just a second. All right, so now we're inside of the blog right now, inside of the dashboard area. Well, not the dashboard, about to create a new post. And so what I did, I'm just going to, in essence, recreate the post that I just showed you. So I've already typed in, copied and pasted the paragraph that I've already done. And this particular link here, I just linked that directly over to Wikipedia. I'm not going to go into why that's a cool thing at this moment, but I linked that over to Wikipedia manually. Now, I already put the title in as Halloween Origins just so that it's not the same. And I'm not going to save this post because, again, I already posted this live onto the site. So I'm not going to do it again. Now I'm going to click over to this HTML section, and you'll see why I'm going to do this in just a moment. And so let me go ahead and pull over CurationSoft. I already have it opened up. As you can see, it's a very basic interface, very sleek. There's not a whole lot you have to do except for a couple of things. One is going to ask you to punch in your search phrase. And as you see, I already have Halloween Origins in here, and what source that you want to bring information from. Now, there's several different sources here. As you can see, there's the Google blog search, Google News, Twitter, YouTube, and Flickr for images. And I'm going to do this search on using the Google blog search. And that quickly, you see how fast it went out and did a search on and found a bunch of information that contained the keyword phrase that I am looking for. Now, within that, it has information on the title of the post itself, a snippet of information from the actual post, when it was published, and a raw URL link to that post as well. Now, if you look down here, it says it found 1.8 million different results for Halloween Origins. So obviously we're not going to go through that many, but right now I have this set so it shows the first 25, well, it shows 25 different blog posts per page. And so if I wanted to look at the other ones, all I have to do is just scroll right on down the list. Now, I'm not going to pick the exact same ones that I did before, but I'm just going to show you how cool this is once you found something that works well for you. And real quick, I'm going to click this little button here because then it's going to dock it to the right side of my screen. And now let me go back to the blog itself. And let me just hit enter. You don't have to do this, but I just have a habit of doing that. And then you bring this back up. So let's say, for instance, first, if I wanted to take a look at this first listing here, I'll go ahead and click on the title. And it's just going to open up a new tab on your browser so you can kind of take a look at what the article is talking about and see if it's something that you want your readers to see. So all you do is just click again, is just click on those titles, and it will take you right there. Now, let's say, for instance, if I did like that particular one and I wanted to put some information on that in the post, what you can do here in CurationSoft is just drag and drop everything right in. Oops, let me bring this over here. Drag and drop everything right within the window. And so all I'm going to do is click on the middle of the listing and drag it over to the blog. And so what you'll see what will happen is that it's already formatted. You see the paragraph tags. It's going to be formatted in the exact same way that you saw here on the screen. So let me go back over to the blog. I'll go to the visual editor so you can see how this puts it in. And so here is the title that was within CurationSoft. Here's that snippet. Here's the raw URL and the publish date. Now, if you don't want some of this other information, which I really don't want for myself, I would just go ahead and manually delete that. And so let me go back over to the HTML section, and I'll just pull in the second one. And again, just click and drag. It drops right on in. And I can clean that up as well. All right, so now let's say those are out the way, and now I want to add a video. So I'm going to go back to CurationSoft and select from the drop down and choose YouTube this time, and you'll see it's going to bring in a bunch of videos. Now, if you remember the post that I just did, that this particular Rocket Boom video is the video that I use, so I'm just going to use it again. And let me go back over to HTML. Go back to CurationSoft, click and drag towards the bottom. If I go back to YouTube, to the visual editor, now we'll see the videos embedded in there as well. Now, same kind of thing here. You can clean this up a little bit. If you didn't want to have some of these other things listed description-wise for the video, you can take it out, so on and so forth. But that is pretty much it for choosing that. Now, if I wanted to, I can add image, have to do an image search, what have you. But I think you pretty much get the point. It's pretty easy to use, pretty straightforward, especially since you just punch in the keyword phrase, click enter or click go or hit enter, brings up a bunch of stuff. You take a look at it, see if you want to add it. And if you do, you just make sure you're in your HTML editor and simply drag and drop what you want to have in the post. And that's it. And now you have a post that is going to be interesting for the reader who's come by and taken a look at your post. You didn't have to spend a whole lot of time trying to recreate all this information yourself. You give some link love to some other bloggers who have already done a good job of consolidating the information. And Google's going to love you because you are appearing to them as an information hub that's sending people to very good resources outside of your own site. So it's kind of a win-win-win situation. So if you're interested in CurationSoft, at the time I was shooting this, it's like 37 bucks or something like that. So it's, it's extremely cost effective, considering all the time that it saves you and the ability for you to find a lot of information with just literally a couple clicks of the mouse here. So that is it for now. There is going to be a link beneath this video that you can click on to go take a look at CurationSoft in more detail. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and as usual, look out for more tutorials and information in the future. Take care.